Hey guys, and welcome back for another content of Go Muffin. And in this video, we are going to address the issue about my recent video of mages being the weakest DPS and how the community fixed it with a better build. It gained a different opinion with the majority agreeing, but some aren't. This leads to a better discussion on how the CC2 mages are going to be properly built, with the help of the other viewers and mostly in the Discord community. The video was uploaded, but the recordings were already 1 week behind, so the build was not updated by the time I published the video. But the point is still there. Mages are still just a decent DPS when compared to other DPS classes. Starting from CC0, mages are just okay and other classes are also doing normal stuff. I mean, all the classes were just average. CC1 came and here's how the archers and assassins rise to the top, while mages are still average but not that weak. CC2 was released and there was no competition with the assassins. Also, archers were still going strong and maintaining its spot as one of the top DPS, while mages are still trying to keep up with them. This is why I said that mages do suck, because they are just your average DPS from the start of the game until now. And because many players do not have the proper build for the CC2, it became normal for some parties to ignore mages. So to prevent this from furtherly happening, I did all of my research on how this one build could help us mages get back on track. Not competing with other DPS classes, but just increasing more of our damage potential. With the help of our viewers who commented on our video and the Discord community, we came up with a better build, or should I say the best build for CC2 Mage. Hoping this would spark hope for you guys who are also mage that struggles to find parties. This is for you. This build is the One Blow build. In One Blow is just a talent from the School of Thunder, and this talent will be your main source of DPS, leaving other skills behind, because as you can see here, it reduces other skill thunder damage by 80%, so meaning the One Blow is not affected by the reduced damage. The One Blow damage relies on how much stack of piercing you dealt with the monster. As you can see here, the damage applier per stack is 3.6, so the next time you deal One Blow, you should reach 40 plus of stacks as an average. You can see it here below the boss health bar. There is a stacking overture icon here. That is the piercing stacks. The max stack you can get is 150, but it's hard to achieve those with low haste or reduced channel frequency. So you need this Arcanova to help you achieve more stacks. We also need to have the spell mark for us to manually cast this before the burst or the One Blow strike to achieve the maximum damage. And then of course the Thunder Overture. This will trigger the One Blow damage instantly, and this will start stacking the piercing again for 6 seconds. Then here is the passive skills. Element Torment for more skill damage, Wrathful Thunder for stacking, School of War to increase your damage, and then reverse the situation. You don't need the core skill, so it is better to increase the non-core skill damage, which again is the One Blow. For the Cleansing Thunder, I don't know if this will help our damage, considering the damage of this passive is reduced by 80% because of the One Blow. I think we can replace this with other passives. Let me know what you can suggest, but for now just leave it as it is. For your stats, you still need to aim for 35 to 40% crit and determination, then go for 103% accuracy. Haste should be around 30% or more, then mastery is 20% plus. For crit damage, aim for the highest possible with your mellow moves. So let's go to our Melomons. Demon Hound will still be the best main for Melomon. Then for its skill, get the Echo skill of Ice Valley Colt, your turn of Demon Hound. Then the third is situational. I have low determination, so I just use the determination boost. But I think the best choice here is the Arcane Resonance of Thunder or the Book of Answers by Smarty. Then for the moves, your first slot should be the crit damage. No other options here, just crit damage. I would not recommend the crit or determination. Why? Because this is the only way to get crit damage stats, only on this first slot. So you should maximize the potential of your moves. And the second slot is defensive. I choose the evasion, because on the third slot, I prefer to get the crit and evasion for balance. This will again add more evasion. For the fourth slot is the expertise, which adds determination and endurance. Actually, you can swap these third and fourth slots depending on your current stats. If your determination is very high, like 50%, and your mastery is very low for about 15%, then try to adjust with the moves. Remove your determination and replace it with mastery moves. So on and so forth until you balance your stats just like what I've said. For the talents is the right, left, left, right, right. I find this set of talent dealing more damage. It's weird actually, since the Thundercloud Gather increases your thunder damage over time, and your Thunderlord increases your non-core skill thunder damage by 35%. But the one blow states here that it reduces your other skill thunder damage by 80%. So I'm guessing the talents are not affected by this, right? Because I've tried swapping those two talents and it didn't do well. So I'm guessing it still takes effect. For sub-talents, Hasten cooldown is the best choice, so your Overture tactical skill will cool down much faster and trigger the one blow more frequently. Then Divine Instinct to reduce your channeling interval so you can provide more piercing stacks to the target. The community's choice is the Vigorous Circle for more additional recovery of energy per second. I'm not sure why they would use this over the Divine Instinct, but I just let you have a choice for you to try. For your Cat Bun, on the face, I would recommend the Lively. For Shell is the Benevolent. Then Tail is the Meowie. And the main skills that I can recommend are the SP, Our Alliance, and SP, Kitty Coin. I will not include the artifacts and mounts since these are linear progression. Just focus on increasing your damage stats. Now, to maximize the one blow damage, there are some manual controls to be considered once you start the battle. It is only a one-time burst every 13 seconds, so we should make the most out of it. First, before the battle starts, you should check if your skills are on auto. Set it to manual first. When starting the battle with the boss, activate your Melomon Demon Hound skill. Once you see your damage gets crit, determination, or the lucky crit, that's where you start using the spell mark. After a brief second, follow up with the Arcane Nova, then Thunder Overture to trigger the one blow. This will let you do the maximum damage of your one blow. Then after that, you can use the auto and it will now follow the sequence of the skills. If your Melomon recharges at 95%, you should again click the manual. Wait for the recharge of Melomon to 100% and then repeat the process. My only comment about this build is it's not very sustainable. Why do I say that? First, you only rely on one heavy burst damage every 13 seconds. Your other skill damage is very useless since their damage are being reduced to 80%. Now, for every one blow strike, you will just hope that it will get the crit, determination, or best is the lucky crit. This will get you to the top DPS, but unfortunately for F2P, we still have low crit and determination stats. Our goal would be 50% each so we can trigger lucky crits more often. That is the only downside. Sometimes your DPS goes up and sometimes it goes down. Not sustainable for most part. So what is my conclusion about this? It's a good build honestly. A bit complicated but I do really like it more than the easy one. It can spark hope for the mages out there to try this build and do some adjustments. I also just tried a different build which relies more on the domain and it can dish out damage more sustainable, but that's for the next video. If you find this video helpful, then please leave a like. Also subscribe to support my channel. As always, thank you for watching, stay safe and have an awesome day. Lights out.